Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Smackdown Live. We are of course removed from the Royal Rumble and it was a very interesting night for Smackdown Live as well. There was plenty for them to talk about, a new champion crowned, but the scene's staying very much the same at the top. Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Championship, of course. We are now on our way towards the next Smackdown Live exclusive pay-per-view, which is going to be in 4 weeks' time. But here tonight, it's going to be a great main event for us. AJ Styles returned to in-ring action at the Royal Rumble. He did cack, but a man who didn't do crap was Kevin Owens. So enduring 4 F5s from the Beast before succumbing to his ways. In tonight's main event, AJ Styles will face Kevin Owens in Owens' 4th match inside 7 days. That is all to come, but we will start things off this evening by hearing from the SmackDown Live General Manager Christian James. He walks towards the ring right now with a stride in his step. It was a very interesting night, the Royal Rumble, that knew the Continental Champion in Kofi Kingston. And although they did not win the Royal Rumble, there was plenty to talk about regarding one man representing SmackDown Live, and that, of course, was Kazuchika Okada. So here we go. We begin this evening, and he does bring up the Royal Rumble, saying that he did not, while they did not win, they had a great showing. He was proud of every member that competed in the Rumble. Even Bobby Fish. Even Sheamus. Wow. Yeah, but there is more pressing matters to attend to regarding the future of the show. Christian James knows there are questions, as there always are, regarding our brands, and he is going to look to try and answer some to kick off this episode of SmackDown Live. Yeah, I mean, there was definitely some stuff regarding SmackDown Live. I mean, Sheamus had the shortest time in the Royal Rumble. There was a lot of SmackDown Live guys who just did meh. But Okada was, well, it was Okada. Saying there, though, that very interesting news there for us. Ruby Riott, to kick things off with it, victory over Nikki Cross a few weeks ago, is the #1 contender to the SmackDown Women's Championship. She'll get a title match at the next pay-per-view, Extreme Rules. That is some good news. Oh, boy. Oh, here we go. Just couldn't wait to get some headlines and make the scene about himself, could he? Just couldn't wait to try and get the attention of the people. Here comes Finn Balor. The Originals, of course, now with only one title left after Balor lost the title to Kofi Kingston this past Sunday at the Royal Rumble. It wasn't Sunday, but go along with it. That being said, Balor, of course, he's probably going to cry foul, say that some sort of shenanigans happened, when the reality of the situation, as we all know, is that he turned his back during a situation that he shouldn't have turned his back on. Match was still going on. Kofi Kingston beating 1, 2, 3. Don't turn your back on your opponent in the ring. Finn Balor made an amateur mistake, and as a result of that, he is no longer the Intercontinental Champion. Tough shit. But he is taking the mic and he is saying that in his eyes, nobody cares about the women's title. Nobody watches SmackDown for that. They watch it for the Originals, to see them sport all their gold and beat down everyone who decides to get in their way. And in Finn Balor's eyes, there was a robbery at the Royal Rumble. A robbery of his Intercontinental Championship by Kofi Kingston. And he wants to have a rematch right here tonight for it. Christian James is not taking too kindly to that, saying that if there is a crime, well, maybe you should report it to someone else, someone who actually has the power to take care of it. As for Kofi, that was no crime. That was justice. Saying that he's had enough of the Originals running amok on SmackDown Live, and it was getting old. But Finn Balor did have a rematch clause in it, and so he will have that rematch at Extreme Rules. Finn Balor is demanding that match takes place not at Extreme Rules, but here tonight on this episode of SmackDown Live. He sees Kofi as a thief and someone who needs to be dealt with immediately. Finn Balor calls it a travesty that he has the title of Finn Balor around his waist. And in his eyes, though, what the Originals want, the Originals always get. I don't think that works with this general manager, Finn. And he is more than happy to remind you of it. It is Christian James's show. He answers to the general manager, and he has the final say when and if any matches happen on his show. So he may want to cool himself down a little bit. The rematch is not happening tonight or any night until Extreme Rules. That is his decision, and that is final. Finn Balor getting in the way of Christian James's opening for the SmackDown Live following the Royal Rumble, throwing a strop As we can see, by not getting his way, he has just walked out of the ring. James standing tall once again to the originals, as they are not pleased with what went on for them. And well, Finn Balor wants his rematch. You'll get it at Extreme Rules. There is no rematch here tonight that he can go backstage and throw a strop as much as he wants, but it is just not happening. Towards the ring right now comes Matt Riddle, though. Riddle having recovered from his beatdown backstage at the Royal Rumble to such an extent where he said he wanted to fight. Riddle said that he wanted to compete here tonight, and he is getting that opportunity to one-on-one against his rival in Sheamus. Finally, these two men meet. And as I said, there was a bad beatdown at the Royal Rumble for Matt Riddle, and there's no denying it. It was bad. It was painful to watch. Beaten down backstage by Corin. The number 20 spot, which was Matt Riddle's, stolen by Corin, who went on, of course, to be the runner-up in the Royal Rumble. Eliminating 5 people. Most important elimination of those, Kazuchika Okada. Again, Corin leaves an event with a 1-up on the Rainmaker. But this man had a 1-up on no one. Well, maybe a 1-up on the shortest time ever in the Royal Rumble, but that was about it. Sheamus heading towards the ring here. And we talked about the shirt that he was wearing last week on SmackDown Live. And now I have to question if anything has changed since then. The shirt is there still. Oh, you are kidding me. That pan tells the story. There's Paul Heyman. There's Bobby Fish. Sheamus is in the Dangerous Alliance. The story has been put to bed now. Sheamus, Fish, and Heyman. That is the Dangerous Alliance back as a group on SmackDown Live. We were wondering if it would happen. We were wondering when it would happen as well. It was all speculation until the final say. Well, here is the final say. Sheamus is a Paul Heyman guy. He is a member of the Dangerous Alliance, and he aligns himself with the slimy Bobby Fish and the snake Paul Heyman. And for Matt Riddle, this closes out something that has been bugging him now for a long time. Following those attacks, first Fully Loaded, then in the WWE Championship Tournament 2 weeks ago, I believe it was. He has finally got closure on it, and now he can be the one to get some revenge on Sheamus. Because we are about to get going here on SmackDown Live. Riddle versus Sheamus to kick things off this evening. Riddle never got in the Rumble. Sheamus got in and instantly went out. Eliminated by Kota Ibushi, I believe it was, who is in action later on this evening. Only one champion, or champions rather, in action here tonight, and that is going to be the Tag Team Champions, the Gorillas of Destiny. Kofi's not here. Brock isn't here. I know that's a surprise to you all. Nikki Cross also not here tonight. Still, though, a very interesting SmackDown Live card on its way for you, including in that women's division that was just previously discussed by Christian James, the debut of the runner-up of the Mae Young Classic Tournament. Meiko Satomura going to be making her debut on SmackDown Live here tonight, signed to the SmackDown Live roster. We of course saw what happened with Jordan Grace last night on Monday Night Raw. There'll be plenty more to discuss about that when Monday Night Raw, and indeed I imagine Battleground, rolls around. But as for this evening, we kick things off with these two guys. We're focusing on SmackDown Live, focusing on Extreme Rules just around the corner. 48 hours have passed since the Royal Rumble. And man alive, is it still a bit surreal to think of everything that happened on that evening. And we are 24 hours away from ECW, where an awful lot will be discussed. Seth Rollins, DIY, Adam Cole. There's plenty that we need to talk about. But that is all then. This is now, and this match here is getting in the way between these two guys. They are, you can see the aggravation in Riddle's actions. You can see everything he's doing here has come from pent-up aggression, the way he's kicking away at Sheamus, the way he's punching him. He does indeed want revenge for being screwed out of the tournament, for Fully Loaded. And Sheamus wants to prove he belongs in the Dangerous Alliance, it seems. I gotta say, since this whole Riddle stuff has come around, though, Sheamus has become a changed animal. Having gone from a guy who we all just thought was pretty much on his last legs to a guy now who is, well, belonging of being a two-time world champion. Standing alongside now the three-time WWE champion and opposing a guy who could well be a future WWE champion in this universe. Riddle, though, has been having some shaky offense outside of the Rumble. Last week he suffered a very clean loss to Baron Corbin at the DCC. And you'll be hoping that doesn't happen again. But honestly, with what happened at the Royal Rumble, I wouldn't be surprised if Riddle does lose this match, in all honesty. He is hurt. I know he doesn't want to admit it, but come on. Powerbombed into a locker, clock strikes 12, and speared into a TV. That'll hurt anyone. That'll even hurt Corin. It's going to hurt him. It hurt Brock Lesnar. It's going to hurt Riddle. You can see it by the way that, yes, he gets in his moves, but he's not quick to get up to his feet when he's hit by one, and Sheamus has taken that time to be cocky, taking that time to rub in the fact that he is in control in this one. Quick strikes there by Sheamus, clubbing Riddle down, and things aren't looking any good for Matt Riddle. The back that has got to be an agony from the Royal Rumble, being worked over with a trio of Irish Curse backbreakers, and Sheamus can look to end it. Heyman and Fish loving what they're seeing at ringside. The cover made here. Is Riddle done for? He kicks out at 2. His back may be in agony, but he ain't giving in yet. But he may well have to now. Sheamus loading it up. Bro kick to Riddle. The bro kick connects. There's 2. And it does it. That big boot finishes Riddle. And with the Dangerous Alliance back up to full pelt, there might well be no stopping them. Sheamus beats Riddle. No outside interference necessary. A hand and assist to Corin on that one for his attack at the Royal Rumble on Matt Riddle. Brogue kick ends it. And the bro has been beaten. Riddle not pleased with that. Walking backstage, but he has got to be hurt. He's not got to be anywhere near 100%. And hopefully he might get some time to rest, because that is 2 losses in a row now for Matt Riddle. And nevertheless, we have to move on. You're on Smackdown Live. The Dangerous Alliance might well be at full pelt once again. But it is time for the debut of Meiko Satomura here on Smackdown Live, the runner-up in the Mae Young Classic, the veteran of women's wrestling. She has been all over the world. She has wrestled all over the world. She has competed for a long time now, and she is ready to prove herself here in this universe. She's going to be getting her debut match in this one against Naomi, and it is a great, great opportunity for Satomura. She deserves it after her run in the Mae Young Classic, there's no doubt about it. Having been seen as kind of just maybe a legend and nothing more, Satomura proved that she still has it in her to be an extraordinary female wrestler. And that match in the finals with Jordynne Grace proved it as well. She gave everything that she had. Jordynne Grace walked out with the victory, though. The Mae Young Classic winner. And of course the shot at the title of her choosing, which it seems as a result of what we witnessed last night, she certainly has taken a feeling towards. And of course with Cross versus Ruby Riott on its way at Extreme Rules. I think I might know who thinks they're ready for Asuka. That being said, though, it is about Satomura right now as she makes her debut on one of the big shows this year by Naomi. Some insecurities there going. Satomura in a little bit of trouble here. Then the big stages now. Naomi, I think this might actually be her first match under SmackDown General Manager Christian James. Not sure what that's all about, but may well be the case. Oh my God, she hit a fish hook. I mean, if you're going to take a move, you might as well take one that does have an exceptional rate to victory, but not going to work when it's not Bobby Fish doing it. Counter there by Satomura, and big chop in the chest. In the corner now, and on the top rope, and Hurricanrana down is Naomi. What a move there from Satomura. Goes into the cover here, looking to try and put away Naomi. Not going to happen there. In a division, though, where you see the likes of Nikki Cross, Ruby Riott and the Riott Squad, Nia Jax, Becky Lynch. It's nice to see someone who appreciates traditional wrestling values, like Meiko Satomura. Let's just say that. Let's just appreciate that that is the case. Naomi lifting her up here. Counter there, though, by Satomura. What else could she look for? Clubbing blow, kick in the gut, kick in the leg as well. What a flurry of strikes there, followed up by that enziguri. Naomi reeling as a result of it. Nasty stomp. Big drop kick. Just watching to see. Oh, what a kick in the head there by Naomi. Jesus. She pulled that one off well. Now in the corner we go. Satomura with a big kick, getting a nasty, heavy kick in the ribs. And Naomi, well, twerking near her face. Not too sure how much that face Satomura, though, as a matter of fact, it didn't, because there's a flying clothesline to prove it. This is all about just showing her credentials to the Smackdown Live office on what she can do in this ring. Despite all of her experience in it. Here we go. Arm trap, crossface locked in. Look at how that is applied. Naomi going to try and force her way out of this. Not looking to tap out here. And she won't either. She will escape the hold. Naomi has to do something to get out of this. Never mind. Death Valley Driver. Death Valley Bomber. Satomura calls it. 1, 2. Welcome to Smackdown Live, Meiko Satomura. And a win to be proud of there for her. Satomura, your winner upon her debut on Smackdown Live. Naomi shaking the hand of the winner, of the newest member of Smackdown Live. She has fought her whole career to get here, and now she has the chance to excel in this universe. The Death Valley Bomb finishes things there, but it is only the start of Meiko Satomura and her career on Smackdown Live. Great stuff there to see, and let's see what kind of an impact she'll make. But coming up next, it is time for the Tag Team Champions. Here come the Gorillas of Destiny towards the ring. The second longest reigning champions currently in this universe. 270, 80 something days with those WWE Tag Team titles now. About 8 months into their reign. 269 days. They are about to start their, 9th month next week as WWE Tag Team Champions. That being said, they are not the longest reigning Tag Team Champions in the history of this universe. That record goes to the Shield. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins held those titles for 355 days a long time ago. And of course, I called them the second longest reigning current champions in this universe. The longest reigning one, Seth Rollins. More on him tomorrow on ECW. If you watch the Royal Rumble, you know what I'm on about. But as for right now, the Gorillas of Destiny said they just wanted to fight someone, and that's what's happened here. Some local talents have been thrown the way of Tama Tonga and Tangaloa. Tangaloa will start this contest here. I say local talents. They are basically our roaming jobbers at this point. We tell them to go somewhere, and they go somewhere. Maybe they think one of these days they'll win a match. It's brave, though. I appreciate it. Sometimes, ranks have to be filled in. At least they're willing to try. I mean, we've seen these guys go through the Young Bucks, the Dangerous Alliance. Not the one we know now, but the one before. The one that had Jinder Mahal in it. What else have we seen them go through? Can't remember off the top of my head right now. Bucks, Usos, Dangerous Alliance. I'm trying to remember. There's more on the top of my head that I just can't think of right now. Oh, there was the temporary team. Who was it? Balor and Hardy? I think that was one of their title defenses. I'm trying to remember them all off the top of my head, but did they beat War Machine again? I can't remember. But the point to get across is the fact that they've held those belts for so long now that their opponents are actually starting to run thin. That's kind of what's happening here. Forearm in the face, and Tama Tonga lifting up the jobber and allowing him to tag in his friend. He pretty much just told him to go tag him in. And he did just that. Well, I say friends. They are working together in the same cause, essentially. Tag made anyway. Tangaloa coming back into this one. Silverback Gorilla can get to run wild a little bit here. Double underhook. Gutbuster there. Nasty. Single underhook suplex by Tangaloa as the Gorillas of Destiny are very much so in charge of this one. Uppercut there, though. Can he look to get in something, maybe? Oh my god, are they going to make a tag? Oh my god, he hit him in the close. He hit him with a lariat. He did a move. This is the one who does do a move, though. This is the one who actually can hit moves. Let's just remember that one. Tangaloa in the corner again. He hit another move. Won't make the tag, though, but he'll hit clotheslines. Tell you something, these jobbers are all about trying to make people look at them. That's for certain. Uh-oh. Oh, there is the spine buster. Cover made. Is he? He's not done for. He is not done for. Oh, my goodness. Well, that's something to behold. That being said, I don't think things will be going on much longer in this one. He's got him in the corner. Oh, this time he's actually counted his way out of the corner. Tangaloa. Oh, no, never mind. Shoved back in the corner. Tangaloa getting hit in the back and hitting him in the face with an elbow. Yeah, this one's over. Yep, this one's about to end. It's not going to be guerrilla warfare, but it is going to be the Magic Killer. Tama Tonga into the cover. There's one. There's two. You could count to 50. The Gorillas of Destiny all win as the originals. Of course, the group that they are under. And they have victory here on Smackdown Live. Tama Tonga and Tangaloa with another victory. What are we going to do about the Smackdown Tag Team Champions? They have shown no signs of letting up since winning those belts back in May. And as they celebrate a win, Tama Tonga pointing to the microphone and actually telling Tangaloa to get out of the ring. Tama Tonga has some news of his own he wants to deliver here, maybe. Taking the mic into his hand, and Tangaloa is going to have a piece to say, it seems. In Tama Tonga's eyes, he thinks that beating members of this roster is just becoming too easy at this point. They have beaten everyone and called themselves the greatest tag team of all time. No. They believe that no one on this roster can take those titles away from us. Everyone who has stepped up has failed. And they believe it'll stay the same way. And they are actually now just putting out a challenge. They're getting bored. They're offering an open challenge to anyone. If they believe that there is a team, if their team out there believes that they can beat them, step up and prove it, put the money where the mouth is, and have some of the Gorillas of Destiny at Extreme Rules. God, what I'd give for the Good Brothers to step up if that was the case. Do it! You can certainly see the confidence, though, in the Gorillas of Destiny with everything that they talk about. It seems as if Tama Tonga's come up with something else. He wants the SmackDown crowd to choose who their next opponents will be. Any team on SmackDown, War Machine, Future Shock, the Usos, the Young Bucks, the DCC. It is up to them to select who they want to see the Gorillas of Destiny beat the hell out of next. I mean, I'm not too sure if beat the hell out of is the right term. They also forgot the American show-offs, but yeah. It's fine, it's fine. They want to, they want the Gorillas of Destiny want them to tell the general manager who they want to beat up next by voting, essentially, after the show. But be careful who they choose. Do not take the vote lightly, because they plan to not only defend their titles against all challengers, but to also end their careers in the process of doing so. The Gorillas of Destiny certainly feeling confident ahead of their next title defense at Extreme Rules. And maybe there might be a reason for... Uh-oh. I was about to keep on talking, but ladies and gentlemen, I just received word. We've got to go backstage. There is an assault on Naomi backstage going on right now. And oh my goodness! Sarah Logan of the Riot Squad is assaulting her. Backstage in the parking lot of this arena. Logan with a DDT onto the concrete floor. Just moments after powerbombing out of that car window. What the hell is this all about? Yeah. Sarah Logan ruthlessly assaulting Naomi. Oh my goodness. The knee into the face of Naomi there. Couldn't even protect herself. And Logan walking out with a smile on her face as well. Are you kidding me? Why? Why did Logan do that to Naomi? I don't know what that was all about, but well, someone needs to go back there and look after Naomi now, because that looked brutal. That DDT was, not only was it on a concrete floor, but Logan brought her entire body weight down on her neck and then kneed her in the face right after it. That is vile, is what that is. I would keep on talking about it, but we got to move on here in this edition of SmackDown Live. The action keeps on coming, and we are ready to bear witness to it. If we have any updates during the show on her condition, I'll let you know. But as for right now, it is a rematch from a few weeks ago. Kota Ibushi versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Both guys were in the Royal Rumble, but were spread far apart. Ibushi was number 5, Nakamura was number 24. Nakamura was eliminated by Okada in a huge moment for the Rainmaker, finally getting revenge on the man who many believe could have been what caused the turn for Okada into the Rainmaker that we look at now. Is the Rainmaker not here tonight? He was devastated following that Royal Rumble loss. Christian James told me he came backstage and he didn't say anything. He didn't react to the general manager. He didn't say anything. He didn't talk to anyone. No one could break through the Rainmaker. It was just silence and devastation for Okada. Everyone who respected him tried. Ibushi tried. Tanahashi tried. It was nothing. Nothing at all. No one could talk to Okada. And even though he wasn't involved in it, you know this guy is, well, he loves hearing that. He loves the idea that Okada was broken down once again. The only thing I think Nakamura wishes, though, is that it was him. But he gets to bounce back from his elimination in the Royal Rumble with this match against Kota Ibushi right now to kick off what could be a resurgence for both men, really. Ibushi did have a pretty decent Rumble, though, if I remember rightly. I can't remember who eliminated him. I don't remember for the life of me. Was it Gibson, maybe? I don't remember. It was one of those. I feel like it might have been one of those ones, but I can't remember for the life of me who it was. Anyway, this match has begun here. Ibushi right now on the back foot, a little bit ducked under here by Nakamura. Good counter from the Golden Star there. Talked about how the Royal Rumble last year was a turn. It was a way that Ibushi was able to have a breakout year in this universe. Could the Rumble this year have done the same for him? On the ribs there goes Ibushi. Nakamura taking care of business right now. Counter there by Ibushi. Big lariat attempt, countered there, drop toe hold by Nakamura. And the knee going into the back of Ibushi, which drives his chest and I think a bit of his neck as well. So choking Ibushi out with the ropes. Nakamura, you know, enjoys that. Here we go, off the ropes again. Big German suplex. Ibushi almost ragdolled as a result of it. Michinoku driver now by Nakamura goes into the cover here. There's one and a kick out. Speed of Nakamura. Did you see the way Ibushi took that forearm? Just fell essentially off his feet. Pele though from Ibushi. Last time these two guys squared it off against each other, I think it was in the main event of SmackDown Live after Fully Loaded, maybe? And they put on an incredible contest. It was Nakamura who walked out with the victory in it, but Ibushi showed what he is capable of against a former world champion. Big kick in the gut there by Ibushi. He's going up to the top rope. Does the Golden Star see the Phoenix Splash on its way? Does he see trying to pick up a huge win over Nakamura? No, he's calling up to his feet though. Could still look to hit big. Diving chop there. And I think Ibushi may have fooled Nakamura a little bit. Nakamura might have been expecting a bigger move on its way there. Wasn't the case. Here we are. Going to go to the outside maybe. Ibushi sitting up on that top rope. Is he going to risk it? Is he going to go all out here and fly? Nakamura with his back turned to him. Sat up trying to recover. Or is Ibushi just up there to try and freak out the King of Strong style a little bit? That seemed to be the case. Back in the ring we come now. And oh, Ibushi went out the ring. And Nakamura doesn't need a second invitation to take full advantage. Spinning kick in the face once again there. The agility of Nakamura is something else to bear eyes on. Clap the ears though. Kind of the drop kick from Nakamura, and another Michinoku driver will plant the Golden Star down. Nakamura just knows how to shut his opponents down. That's what makes him so tough to beat in this ring. And oh, big knee in the face there from the second rope. That leaves it open for Nakamura to try and finish Ibushi here. Kinshasa is countered. And what a counter from Kota Ibushi. And the Golden Star going to look to take full advantage here. Kick in the gut. Going to go for the power bomb. The last right power bomb. Ibushi got him. Last right power bomb, but no cover yet. He's going for the whole hog. He's going for the whole shebang. He's going for the whole surprise win. Ibushi up top. Phoenix Splash. 1, 2. Ibushi beats Nakamura. The Golden Star wins. Nakamura beaten in a surprising loss for him, and in quick fashion as well for Ibushi. The Golden Star with one hell of a win. Congratulations, Ibushi. Oh, that is going to put a smile on a lot of people's faces, including one Kazuchika Okada, watching Nakamura taking that defeat. That was something to see. But you never know with Nakamura. Ibushi could have just made a grand mistake in thinking that he beat him as well. It is time to move on to our main event though. This man back in singles action for the first time since September. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. The originals in the main event. We never found out why AJ Styles joined, following the assault from Finn Balor and Bad Luck Fale at Fastlane, but he is in the originals. And of course we have no confirmation over who the leader is, but you look at the size of that group and it tells you that they are all about success. Styles, Balor, Fale, the Gorillas of Destiny, and Becky Lynch. The only faction I think that was ever bigger than that was Bullet Club. That being said, AJ Styles ready to compete here. As I said, he had a disappointing Royal Rumble 48 hours ago. Dean Ambrose was set to come out just one entrance after him. But by the time Ambrose hit the ring, Styles was already gone, eliminated by Hiroki Goto, who of course went on to fully capitalize on his success and get the number one contendership to the World Heavyweight Championship last night. Congrats to him on that one. But here we go. Here comes a man who 48 hours ago, I think, impressed a lot of people even in defeat. Kevin Owens threw his heart, his soul, and his entire body at Brock Lesnar. He didn't cave in to the beast. 4 F5s it took for Owens to finally stay down. He got in the pop-up powerbomb. He looked, I think, for another one as well, but the beast denied it. He endured 12 suplexes, was it? Something along those lines. Owens stood like a true fighter, like a true 4-time WWE champion that he is. Owens earned a lot of people's respect on that evening, and earned back mine in the process as well. This is no longer the Kevin Owens that went around disrespecting everyone in his sight. Mr. Kevin Owens, who loves to be on Smackdown Live, who loves to fight for this brand, and who loves to represent it the truest way that he can, and he will gladly fight against the originals. But this is his 4th match in a week. Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Fish on the same night. Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. And now AJ Styles here tonight. Kevin Owens, does he know what a break is? Like, for real. It just seems as if that Owens isn't interested in taking a break right now. All he cares about is fighting and getting his name out there. And AJ Styles will gladly help him out with that one. Styles, though, hoping that maybe a weakened, hurt Kevin Owens can lead his way towards victory on his return to in-ring action on SmackDown Live. Styles taking a brave ploy here to go it alone. No originals at his side. No Balor, no Farley, no Guerrillas of Destiny. We know Balor and G.O.D. are here. So I am very surprised that they didn't come to his side here. Styles just... the thing about the originals, though, is that we've seen a lot of Balor, Farley, G.O.D. Becky Lynch has been forced to be silenced, but Styles is kind of... like, he is a member of the originals, but it's like he's kind of distant from it a little bit. He hasn't really... like, his only of common interest with the originals right now is Dean Ambrose. And even then, that might not be a common interest to Balor anymore. That might be a common interest to AJ Styles. Although, to be fair, Ambrose did have a part to play in why Kofi Kingston is the new Intercontinental Champion, as you saw in the clips at the pictures at the top of the show. Both Farley and Ambrose got themselves evicted from ringside, and in that moment, Kofi Kingston snuck in. And with that SOS, became the new Intercontinental Champion. Focusing back on this main event right now, though. Kicks to the leg here by Styles in counter to Kevin Owens. Pump handle, gutbuster there. And the ribs and the back is definitely a good place for Styles to focus on. Think about how much they got worked over by Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble just 48 hours ago. Spinal tap there by Styles. Owens his hand underneath that bottom rope. Calf crusher applied. Foot on the rope though. Styles not getting much success there, it seems. Counter by Owens. Down on the arm, he goes with it as well. Say what you will about Kevin Owens, say what I will right now about his physical condition. He is not turning down a fight, that's for certain. Stomping away on the arm of AJ Styles repeatedly now. Owens tackling this much the same as he did the match with Brock Lesnar. Still can't believe he took 4 F5s. I know one of them was a rope break, yeah, but he still kicked out of 2 of them. And the second one was the rope break. And then the third one he kicked out of. Insane to think about that Kevin Owens did that. Throwing AJ Styles over the top rope to the outside here. Styles eliminated from the Royal Rumble twice in 48 hours. Let's see what will happen on the outside here. Owens doesn't actually want anything to do with it. He was just using that to try and maybe put Styles in a bit of jeopardy there. Hurt him a little bit. Back in the ring we go. Evading the attempted kick there is AJ Styles. Torture rack. Powerbomb. Got all of it. Cover made. Will this put him away? It will not. Styles going out to the apron here. Wait a minute. Is Styles looking to finish things off already? Is Styles looking for a win? On his in-ring return. Phenomenal forearm. Phenomenal forearm to Kevin Owens. Has he done enough? There's 2. Owens kicks out at 2. 4 F5s. And a phenomenal forearm inside 48 hours. And this man is still up on his feet. Getting back fist countered. Owens. Sunset flip. Cover Styles here. But oh. The phenomenal one kicking out at the counter 1 there. Kevin Owens though. Look at how he suddenly turned things around here for himself. Owens breaker. Got him. 1 move left. Maybe to seal victory. He couldn't do it against Brock. It didn't against Brock Lesnar last night, but sorry, not last night, 48 hours ago. But will it work against Styles here tonight? You know what he's looking for. Kevin Owens, kick in the gut. Pop up, powerbomb, from Owens. Cover Styles. There's two. And a kick out from AJ Styles. What a main event this is turning into now. Both men firing heavy guns at one another, but neither able to end things there. A 2 count on both moves, looking to end things, but Styles is in this one still. Kevin Owens, oh wow, look at that. Styles getting right up to his feet, but running right into Owens' path there. Torture rack. Neck breaker from Owens. And Styles is reeling. Oh, kick right in the ribs. Yeah, that Styles trying to work around him though. Rolling out to the ring, forcing Owens out, and then taking full advantage. Has him up here. Power bomb. He gets it. Floats over. Great cover. But wow, what an early kick out there by Kevin Owens. He's still getting up to his feet here, all things considered. AJ Styles just can't finish him off. Big Pele kick though. The same can be said about AJ Styles. Kevin Owens just can't finish him off either. In the turnbuckle now, seated down. Big drop kick by AJ Styles. And the phenomenal one has a degree of control right. Oh! That's Dean Ambrose's theme. The Lunatic Fringe has not finished business with Styles. Turn around, Styles. There is Ambrose. Hooks him in. Dirty deeds to Styles. Ambrose hasn't forgotten Fully Loaded. He hasn't forgotten what Styles did to him. And he finally can get a semblance of revenge for everything. The cover by Owens. And AJ Styles has been beaten. But give all of the props to Dean Ambrose on that one. Owens will take a win. Anyone will take a win over the originals. But Dean Ambrose assists Kevin Owens on this evening. A hectic night of SmackDown Live action comes to a close. Owens, your winner. Ambrose and Styles, well, things are far from over between them.